Welcome to 9 News at 10. I'm Evan Krugel. We start with breaking news this morning. The two missing 13-year-old girls in Elbert County have been found safe. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is live in Elbert County. Brianna, a big sigh of relief there this morning. I know this just happened. What can you tell us at this point?
Yeah, we actually just heard from the undersheriff with the Elbert County Sheriff's Office. They were telling me that the teens were found about 7 to 8 miles from where I'm currently standing. So right now I'm outside of Elbert School. So the teens were found on the west side of town, so along County Road 5. Evan, I just checked my GPS. If you want to drive there, it takes you about 13 minutes. If you want to walk, more than 3 hours. So I want you guys to take a look at your screen right now. So we know that the teens were found early this morning. A neighbor called it in, and the girls are currently there having breakfast, according to the undersheriff. The call came in around 8:15, and the plan is to reunite the two teens with their parents soon and also have a medical evaluation done as well. According to the school district, there was a basketball game that happened here last night with Elbert hosting the Colorado Springs School. That game started at 4:30 last night. Investigators say the two girls who attend the Colorado Springs School were last seen leaving Elbert School 30 minutes later. Fisher said both teens are cross-country runners, but were not dressed for the weather. It's very, very cold this morning and last night as well. Also something to note, the teens' parents had both their cell phones. Take a listen.
They are safe and they've been medically evaluated. We'll probably do a little bit more medical evaluation since they were out all night, and we'll kind of take it from there. But the good news is they're safe. Don't know what they had on them for survival equipment, but they were not dressed for the weather. So we've had various people out helping.
Yeah, a lot of resources this morning. We had Douglas as well as Arapahoe County crews out here. We also know that calls were made to State Patrol, FBI, as well as CBI. But the good news is that those teens were finally found this morning around 8:15. And we know that Elbert School will be back open tomorrow morning. For now, I'm live here in Elbert County. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
Brianna, thank you. She mentioned how chilly it is up in Elbert County this morning. A nice warm start to the day down here in Denver. Here's a live look over the city right now. But today is expected to bring some intense winds before it really ramps up tomorrow, with potential gusts up to 90 miles per hour. Let's get right out to weather impact meteorologist Jaden Knowles. Jaden, this is a big deal this time of year with how dry it's been and some big gusts on the way today and tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Really starting tomorrow. This afternoon, we are expecting not as gusty, maybe some breezy conditions along the foothills, but temperatures reaching the mid to upper 60s, making it the 8th day in a row that we see temperatures in the 60s. But tomorrow is the main deal. That's the reason for that weather impact alert for your Wednesday afternoon. So far, looking at the next 3 days, we're talking about 65 today. Still warmer temperatures as we head into your Wednesday, but we do have that red flag warning, and that is the reason the 9 News Weather Impact team went ahead and issued that weather impact alert throughout your Wednesday. So what is the alert? What is the reason for it? Well, the timing from that will be 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, and it's for those high winds that we are expecting. Like we just mentioned, gusts close to 90 miles per hour. Could see some power outages as well as we head into tomorrow afternoon. So there it is. There's that red flag warning. Everyone that's shaded in that pink and highlighted box there, and that's going to continue, really start tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. as I mentioned. We'll also have high wind alerts and also a high wind watch with the boxes shaded in yellow there. And so it's going to be very windy and just very concerning for tomorrow. So that's the reason we're trying to go ahead and issue those precautions for everyone out there. Current temperatures starting to warm up already. We're in the mid 50s. I'm standing outside right now. It is a little bit cooler. You might need that light jacket, but you won't need it as we head into this afternoon. Here's your forecast. On average, we usually see 43 degrees for this time of year. The record is 70. What's in the forecast? 65 degrees for this afternoon. So a very warm day, and we are expecting to continue the streak with the 60s as we head into tomorrow, but we'll have more information and more details about what to expect for the weather impact alert, which is heading into your Wednesday. We'll talk more about that later on in the show. Evan?
All right, thanks, Jaden. Due to those strong winds, Xcel Energy is warning of a possible power shutoff as a last resort if fire conditions become too extreme. Xcel Energy says if conditions worsen, it may use what's called a public safety power shutoff, temporarily cutting electricity to reduce the chance power lines could spark a fire. The utility says these shutoffs are considered during extreme or critical fire weather and are based on factors like wind speed, low humidity, and dry vegetation. Customers who could be impacted would be notified in advance through phone calls, texts, emails, and alerts on Xcel's website and outage map.
That criteria and what we're really looking at is we're looking at wind speed, particularly wind speed that is in the 99th percentile or 97th percentile or higher along the front range. And it also includes relative humidity and fuel moisture index.
We know some of those notices have already been sent out. So here's what you need to know. On the front range, Xcel says there are some steps you can take to prepare. Set your fridge and freezer to the coldest setting and keep the doors closed during the outage if it happens. This will keep your food fresh for up to 4 hours in the fridge and 2 days in the freezer. Next, turn off or unplug any appliances that could surge when that power comes back on. It's also a good idea to charge up your phone tonight and other important electronics. Here's one most people forget. If you have a garage, practice opening it without the power. That way you know how to do it and can still get to your car if needed. And if you have a generator, make sure you have a safe outdoor space to run it. If you spot downed power lines, you can report it to Xcel on their website. You can also use the map to see whether your neighborhood may be impacted by the safety shutoffs. With wind speeds potentially gusting to 90 miles per hour, that's again why we've issued a weather impact alert for tomorrow. Now to news in 90 seconds with a look at some of your local headlines. The town of Manitou Springs is taking new steps to protect drivers and pedestrians after a close call with falling rocks. Over the summer, 2 parked cars were crushed by a rock slide on Lover's Lane. To prevent this from happening again, crews are now installing concrete barriers along the base of those nearby cliffs you're looking at. The town has also temporarily made Lover's Lane a one-way street while the safety project continues. Officials say rock slides are not uncommon in the mountain town, especially after heavy rain. Heading to the rec center in Fort Collins will cost you more in the new year. Starting January 1st, the city is raising pass prices by at least 20%. City leaders say the goal is to simplify the process of getting a pass. They're cutting more than 20 different pass options down to just 4, while helping cover higher operating costs and better wages for staff. There is an upside to the price jump. Pass holders will now get access to City Park Pool, the farm at Lee Martinez Park, and ice skating at Eudora Pool Ice Center. Drop-in rates will stay the same citywide. Employees in Jeffco Public Schools are starting to learn if they'll lose their jobs. The district is eliminating around 150 full-time positions set to go into effect in June. Leaders say they're looking to make as many cuts as they can through retirement or staff turnover to balance the district's budget. According to a timeline the school board discussed at a meeting last month, notifications have already started going out. Those will be happening through tomorrow. Turning now to new details, we have learned the driver accused of causing a deadly crash involving a high school wrestling team was driving 92 miles per hour. That's according to an arrest affidavit, which shed some new light on the moments before this crash on December 6th. Investigators say a school bus carrying wrestlers from Central High School in Grand Junction was turning at Kipling and West 6th Avenue when 22-year-old Andrew Miller hit it. 16 people went to the hospital, and an 18-year-old passenger in Miller's car died from his injuries. Miller faces multiple charges, including vehicular assault, reckless driving, and child abuse. As 100,000 people celebrate their Jewish faith this week in Colorado, Hanukkah will carry some extra sentiments this year. In the wake of the anti-Semitic attacks in Australia this past weekend and the attack in Boulder this summer, local rabbis say some Jewish people may feel reluctant to openly share their faith right now. At Temple Emmanuel in Denver, Rabbi Emily Hyatt said she is sharing a message of light and resilience with the congregation. As attacks continue around the world, here in Colorado, people reported 279 anti-Semitic cases in the state just last year.
It is about being alive and being Jewish at a moment when it feels especially hard. And the miracle of Hanukkah is that we keep light.
The ADL says 2025 may see less anti-Semitic cases when the year is over, but that hate continues to be a big problem in our state.